What's up everybody, Danny's here and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure you check out all the links in the description below. So, did you know that Mario Kart World has been in development during the Nintendo Switch 1 release date in 2017? That's right, the Nintendo Switch was first released in March 3rd, 2017, and Mario Kart World has begun being in development since 2017. And now they have announced it on the Nintendo Switch 2. But Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was also in development too. Did you know that there were 2 games in development, which was Mario Kart World and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond? These games were having a long, huge development. But probably though, Zelda Wind Waker and Twilight Princess might become a long development for the Switch 2, which I guess makes sense. But I can see that Nintendo could release it on the Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Switch Online, and I'm kind of excited to get the Nintendo Switch 2 apparently because I've been playing a lot of games on the Nintendo Switch 1, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was one of the best Mario Kart games, and it was released while Mario Kart World was in development though. But also, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was also in development and there was not enough time, so Nintendo took a really long time to get it done developing. And plus, I think Nintendo did a huge development success with Mario Kart World and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond after 8 years later. They did 8 years of development, which was crazy. During the Switch 1 era, that was absolutely crazy though. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was easily one of the best Mario Kart games I have played so far on the Nintendo Switch. And when I get the Switch 2, I'm probably playing Mario Kart World, definitely though. And when I have the expansion pack though, and Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 1, then I will be able to get Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition for free with the expansion pack and the Zelda games Switch 1 edition, which is Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So for sure though, Nintendo would be able to add in like retro games to the Nintendo Switch 2, like NES, Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy, the SNES, the N64, and the Sega Genesis. And they're gonna probably have the Nintendo GameCube, Switch Online as well. So, now that we have the Switch 2, GameCube, Nintendo Switch Online, what are GameCube games do we want to see? Well, here's the thing, though. Once the Nintendo Switch 2 is released, they're going to start off with 3 GameCube games, apparently, but I'm hoping Nintendo will add in some GameCube games in the future, like Mario Kart Double Dash, Animal Crossing, and what else? The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, because we have Zelda Wind Waker already on the Nintendo Switch 2. But I think it's going to be a really good time, though, because Nintendo did lots of great games for the Nintendo GameCube. They should add in Lego Star Wars, Super Mario Sunshine, Wario World, and Metroid Prime 1, 2, I think 1 and 2 for the GameCube, because Metroid Prime 3 is for the original Wii, which I guess makes sense, though. I guess it makes a lot of sense. And plus, Super Mario Strikers. And there's a lot of Mario Sports titles I want to see on the GameCube Switch Online. Probably Mario Baseball, though. So here's the thing. Nintendo is also working on lots of development for newer consoles, for new Nintendo consoles, like the Nintendo Switch 2 OLED. I think they're going to do the Switch 2 OLED probably, and the Nintendo Switch 2 Lite though, because the Switch 2 is going to be very expensive. I think Nintendo should definitely do the Nintendo Switch 2 Lite, which is cheaper though, and plus they're going to do like the Nintendo Switch 2 OLED, which could be expensive, like the Switch 2, the regular Switch 2 apparently. But let me know, if one of these consoles come out, will you buy it? Let me know in the comments below, which one would you buy when it releases? The Nintendo Switch 2 Lite or the Nintendo Switch 2 OLED? For me though, I don't want to buy these. I would just go with the regular Switch 2, because the Nintendo Switch 2 will have better graphics, better gameplay, and some of the games that might run at 120 frames per second. And plus, some of these games might support backwards compatibility though. I think The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 Edition will support backwards compatibility though. But otherwise, I don't know with Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom for the Switch one. Will it support backwards compatibility? I'm thinking yes though. So I think that's going to actually wrap it up here for today's video. I really hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace!